President Xi Jinping on Thursday called on China and the European Union to be partners for mutual beneficial cooperation, build strategic consensus, dialogue and cooperation for the good of their people. President Xi made the remarks when meeting the President of the European Council, Charles Michel, and the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, who are in China for the 24th China-EU summit in Beijing. The EU leaders said the European Union maintains the one China policy while calling for wider cooperation in maintaining global peace. Here's more details of that in this report.
Strengthening political trust, building strategic consensus, and stepping up dialogue and cooperation for the good of their people. This is what Chinese President Xi Jinping called for when meeting with Charles Michel and Ursula von der Leyen. The two EU leaders were in Beijing for the 24th China-EU summit, the first in-person China-EU summit in over 4 years. President Xi said amid the increasingly turbulent international situation, the China-EU relationship has strategic significance and implications for global peace, stability, and prosperity. He said since the end of last year, the relationship has shown a good momentum of consolidation and growth, and high-level dialogues in the strategic, economic and trade, grain and digital fields have produced rich outcomes. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the China-EU Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. During the meeting, President Xi urged the two sides to develop a right perception of each other, promote mutual understanding and trust, and be wholehearted in developing relations. He said China and the EU should not view each other as rivals, reduce cooperation, or engage in confrontation. In terms of economic cooperation, President Xi said China pursues high-quality development and high-standard opening up. China sees the EU as a key partner for economic and trade cooperation, a preferred partner for scientific and technological cooperation, and a trustworthy partner for industrial and supply chain cooperation. President Michel and President von der Leyen said the EU and China are two major forces of the world and important trading partners for each other. The EU sees the long-term steady growth of the Chinese economy as in the interest of Europe. It hopes the two sides will continue to strengthen dialogue and cooperation in the economic, trade, grain and digital fields and work together to keep supply and industrial chains stable and secure. President Xi urged China and the EU to strengthen communication and coordination in multilateral frameworks, uphold multilateralism, oppose camp-based confrontation, and promote the political settlement of international and regional hotspots. Michel and von der Leyen said the EU maintains its one China policy. They said the EU and China have shared responsibilities and interests in keeping the world peaceful and stable. The bloc would like to have close communication and coordination with China, uphold multilateralism and the purposes and principles of the UN Charter, and work for the settlement of regional hotspots, including in Ukraine and the Middle East.